Hello and welcome to week 1 of Modalities Movement Therapy. I'm Brenda and this is 2022. We are moving into 2022 with the use of a foam roller and 2 reflex balls. I have a hard reflex ball and a soft reflex ball. So if you have the option of both, please keep them available. And if you don't have access to the reflex balls, then 2 tennis balls will also do. Make sure you have some water so we can hydrate and plump up this fascial tissue. And let's start moving. So we're going to take the reflex ball, the harder of the 2, or the tennis ball, and bring it under the foot and just give that foot a really good release. So all the way from the big toe to the heel and move across to the lateral side of the foot. Let's roll it, let's circle it, let's roll it up and down, move it all the way to the heel. Keep the ball quite close to the other foot so you can determine how much weight you're going to put into it. Today we're going to be working a lot into extension, so we're going to release the back and front lines of the body as well as that deep core line, and then move into balances and lunges and squats. So we're starting off the year releasing front, back and deep core lines of the body, as well as that colon. So I'm sure a lot of us have overindulged over the holidays, and just give that colon a nice release. Just improve that digestion and also work a little bit into the breathing system, that diaphragm. Releasing the colon will help us get into that parasympathetic breathing state, so that rest and digest state. Let's release that reflex ball, and now I want you to take the foam roller and bring the foam roller lengthways onto the mat. Take your feet on either side of the foam roller, and I want you to take a nice deep breath in. Circle the arms up, go into a nice extension, so really opening up across the front line of the body, and have a nice big yawn. Roll down through the spine. Bounce yourself out there. Move from side to side, relaxing your head. From there, come into a seated position on the foam roller. Move yourself to the base of the foam roller and roll down through the spine. Make sure your head is resting on the foam roller, and you're going to extend those hands up to the ceiling. Take a few nice deep breaths in here. Circle your arms up next to your ears and breathe out. As you breathe out, push the lower back down into the roller and circle the arms down. Take one more nice deep breath in. Open up an arch into that position and circle the arms down and around. Good. From here, we're coming back into the extension. I want you to take your hand onto your thumb, the one hand onto the thumb, and massage up and down the thumb. Move right to the heel of the hand. We're going to release the arm line. That thumb is part of the front arm line as well as that deep core line. So any tension around the diaphragm, we can help release it by releasing this part of the arm line as well. So take the index finger into your hand and massage up and around the index finger. Let's move on to the middle finger. This is quite a nice workout for the arms. And onto your ring finger. Moving on to the little finger. Now take the hand, including the thumb, and twist what's called that donkey bite around that hand, moving onto the wrist. So you want to give that wrist a really nice release and start moving down the forearm. You're moving to the elbow and give that a good release. Spend a few more seconds here and give it a great release. Let's move on to biceps and triceps on the upper arm. And right up onto the deltoid, so you can pinch and squeeze that deltoid between the heel of the hand and the fingers. Move right into the neck, and you can squeeze and twist a little bit with the hand. Let's now bring the arm next to the ear. Bring the fingers into the armpit and the thumb onto the front of the chest, onto the pectoral muscle. So we're now going to squeeze that pectoral muscle between the thumb and the fingers and extend it out. What I want you to do now is take a nice deep breath in and breathe out on the release. Be aware of your breathing, focusing more on your exhalation. Let's do another one. And breathe out. We're going to do the same thing to the other hand. So take your thumb in your hand and start squeezing and twisting the thumb, working right down to the heel of the thumb. When you're ready, move on to your index finger. So you're going to squeeze and twist all the way up to that fingernail. Let's move on to the middle finger. And when you're ready, onto the ring finger. And lastly, that little finger. Let's now take the fingers in the other hand and squeeze and twist that donkey bite all the way down the hand to the wrist. Now continue moving up the forearm once you've given that wrist a really good release. Squeeze and twist up to the elbow. Spend a few more seconds on the elbow. Release that joint. Let's move up the arm over those biceps and triceps onto the deltoid, and you squeeze and pinch the deltoid between the heel of the hand and the fingertips. Now moving into the pectoral, onto the pectoral muscles and fingers into the armpit, arm next to the ear as you pull the fingers and the thumb down. You breathe in there, and on the exhalation you release. Let's keep going. Let's do another 3. 2 more. And release. And the last one. And release. Good. From there, we're going to extend the arms up again, bending the elbows, bring them down in line with your shoulders, palms face up. And you're going to bounce the elbows down towards the waist. Try to keep them as close to the mat as you can, or the floor, and bring them back up. So making it something like a snow angel, bouncing the elbows down, really getting a stretch over their pectoral muscles. And this is a nice extension across the chest. What I want you to do now is bring the arms up, extend the hands to the ceiling. And as we did earlier, we're going to breathe in and extend the arms down. As you breathe out, push the lower back down and circle the arms. Let's do it again. Nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Focusing more on that exhalation. Let's do another 2, then we're going to add a thrust. Breathing out. Last one. And breathe out. Now we continue with the same arms. This time you're going to breathe in and thrust that pelvis up to the ceiling, engaging the glutes. As you breathe out, roll down through the spine and circle the arms. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Again, a nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Keep going. And breathing out. Two more, nice deep breath in. And breathing out. The last one, nice deep breath in. And let's leave the arms up next to the ears. Roll down through the spine and have a nice extension into that lengthened position. Breathing in and yawning. And stretching yourself out. We're going to roll off the roller and bring the roller perpendicular. So now you're going to move the shoulder blades onto the roller. And let's just stop and have a quick drink of water. Hydrate and plump up that fascial tissue. Keep your reflex balls handy. We're going to use them in a minute. Taking the shoulder blades onto the roller. Let's open up into a nice extended position. Feet quite close to the bum, but pelvis stays nice and open. Let's roll over those shoulder blades. As you're rolling, I want you to try and push those elbows down as much as you can. You can bounce a little bit into the movement. And keep focusing on your breathing. Let's roll all the way down so the neck is now on the roller. And we're going to nod the head from side to side. When you're in this position, relax your shoulders so you're trying to push them down into the mat. And keep nodding the head from side to side. The next movement, I want you to take one of the reflex balls or your tennis balls. If you can work with the harder reflex ball, you do so. If you need the softer reflex ball, you can change to that. Bring it right onto the upper trapezius, so it's just where the neck meets the shoulder. What we're going to do now is we're going to take the arm that the ball is under on that side, and we're going to position the arm under the lower back. So you're going to get a nice deep pressure into the ball. Adjust it if you need to until you found the right spot. Take the other arm, and I want you to bring the hand onto the ear. And with our breathing, we're going to pull the head across as you breathe in and breathe out. Release. On the release, you'll push a little bit into the ball and into the arm as you scoop the belly in and exhale. On the inhalation, pull the head across, keep pushing into that reflex ball. So getting a nice stretch into that side of the neck, and breathe out. Adjust the ball if you need to, so you're feeling more release. You can also bring the roller higher up on the back of the head. Keep focusing on your breathing. And one more. Let's release the arm and change the ball over to the other side. And it's that arm now you're going to position onto, well, it's not really it's more in the mid back, not really in the lower back. A little bit higher with the ball under that shoulder if you need to. And let's take the head into the hand and breathe in and breathe out. Nice deep breath in and breathe out. Keep going. Three more. Two more. And the last one. Good. The next position, I'm going to give you three options. You're going to position the balls onto the rhomboids. So the balls will be positioned on either side of the spine, around just a little bit higher than the base of the shoulder blades. And you're going to lower down onto the balls and position them where you need them the most. The options I want to talk to you about are bringing your head either onto the roller, release the roller if you're not taking any strain in the neck, and let's bring the head into the hands. Now we're opening up into our arch and breathing out into the tuck, pushing the lower back down. Now if your neck is taking any strain, bring the foam roller underneath the back of the head, and you're going to move into the arch and the tuck with the support of the foam roller under the head. So those are your options. Focusing again on your exhalation as you tuck. Move into whichever option you choose. And breathe out. So on the exhalation, the ball should be rolling down. On the inhalation, as you open up, the balls will roll up the spine, on either side of the spine. Move up a little bit if you need to. Adjust the balls to get the most release. We're going to do another 2. And another 1. And breathe out. Hold it in the tuck position. Bring the knees to the chest. Rock yourself to a seated position. A quick drink of water. Then we're going to move the balls down on either side of the spine. If you have a hard and a soft reflex ball, you might want to switch positions. So take the harder reflex ball onto the other side, and let's lower down first in this position, then lift the lower back or the tailbone and position the balls in the middle of the lower back. So you're coming into a nice arch position already into that, with the balls under the spine, on either side of the spine. You can bring your head into your hands or lie your arms next to your body, whatever you feel more comfortable with. Let's bring the feet as close to the tailbone as possible, and we're going to breathe into that arch again. And breathe out. You want to scoop the belly in. You can lift the tailbone and tuck into that position, so you are putting more weight into the balls. Let's breathe into the arch. And breathe out to your tuck. Keep going. If you want to adjust the position, so bring the balls higher or lower down, just move yourself up and down, and then continue that tuck position. Breathing out. Keep going. Let's do another 2. And exhale. One more nice deep breath in. And longer exhalation. Exhale, exhale. Hold it in that scoop position. And again, I want you to adjust the balls so you can switch positions if you're using the reflex balls. Bring them in line with your hip bones. So they're still on either side of the spine. This time I want you to open them out slightly. So we're working along the sacroiliac spine. It's a bony process. And you're going to wiggle the hips from side to side. This is an area we often carry a lot of tension. So just slowly roll the balls, adjust them when you need to. Switch places if you want to. Good. From there, I want you to release the balls, still lying in the supine position. You're going to position one ball under the glutes. Bring your feet together, open up your arms out at shoulder height, and we're going to drop the knees towards the side the ball is resting under. So you can take the harder reflex ball if you want to, softer one, a little bit more gentle on the release. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. And breathe out. And 2 more. And breathe out. 1 more. And breathe out. keeping the reflex ball where it is. Extend the leg and cross the ankle over the knee. And I want you to bounce, so it's almost a seesaw motion, rocking up and over the ball. So again, you want to find that spot that you need the release the most. Adjust the ball, move it around if you need to. Good, and come back to center. Let's take the ball and move it over to the other side. Bring the feet together, and we're going to breathe in. Drop the knees towards the side the ball is under. And again, nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Keep going, another 4. And breathe out. And 3. Two more. And the last one. Good, extend the opposite leg, cross the ankle over the knee, and just rock from side to side. Good, release the ball, hug the knees into the chest. That's a nice hip release. Rock yourself to a seated position. We're going to roll around onto our abdominal muscles, and we're going to again work with the softer reflex ball of the two. If you don't have a reflex ball, a tennis ball will do. Let's lower down onto the abs, and we're going to position the ball so we're working with the colon now, giving that colon a good release. We're working from the ascending colon, which runs up the right side, across along the transverse colon, and down the descending colon on the left side. So you're going to find your hip bone, and you're going to bring the ball onto the inside of the hip bone. So this not only works along the colon, it works on our main muscle of respiration, the diaphragm. So lying forward, position the ball inside the hip bone. Take the opposite knee, and I want you to open it out into a gecko position. Rest your forehead on your hand, and if you can, I want you to bring this foot into your hand, and you're going to push the foot back, so you're lifting the knee off the mat, and you're applying more weight into the ball, which will give the colon and the diaphragm a nice, a deeper release. We're going to breathe into it, but if this is enough for you, if you find it's quite tender, you're getting into the release, then that's as far as you want to go. Progress to increase the stretch when you feel ready. Let's breathe into it. Ideally, you want to be breathing in for 4 counts and exhaling for 4 to 6. Let's do 3 more sets. Nice deep breath in. And breathe out. 2 more. Nice deep breath in. And the last one. Release the foot. Bring the ball up underneath the rib cage, so we're moving onto the transverse colon, which runs along. You want to just above the belly button. You don't want to be on the rib cage, you want to be inside the rib cage. And that's where the diaphragm sits as well. Assume your gecko position. Move into this position if you feel you want to get a bit deeper into the release. And again, we're going to breathe in for 4, out for 6. Remember, breathing creates movement. Keep going with your breath. Let's do another 3. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. Again. And the last one, a nice deep breath in. And breathe out. We're now going to move across to the left side. So from the ascending colon, we're moving to the left side of the body, so inside the rib cage. And we move the other leg up into a gecko position. Rest your forehead on the other hand and bring your foot into that hand. And again, for 6 sets, we're going to breathe in and exhale for 4 to 6. Three more sets. Nice deep breath in. Two more. And the last one. The last position is right at the base, at the left side of the diaphragm and on that descending colon inside the hip bone. Come back into that gecko position, foot into the hand, and lifting the knee up, pushing the foot back, and breathing. Let's do 2 more sets. Nice deep breath in. And 1 more. And breathe out. Let's release the ball. Bring your roller underneath your wrists. We're going to move into a bit of a seesaw motion and a nice front line extension. So most important is to squeeze the glutes. You can turn the feet out, resting the big toes on the floor. And as we breathe in, and then we're going to breathe out, lift the legs up. So we're coming into a bit of a seesaw position and motion. Four more. 3. And 1. Reach out and release. Good. Bring the roller, come up onto hands and knees. Position the roller under the quads. So just stop and have a quick drink of water. So hopefully you will feel as we have released the colon, the breathing should become a lot easier as well. The diaphragmatic release will improve the breathing and bring us into a longer and deeper breath. Let's position the quads on the roller and roll all the way to the knees. Over the knees if you can. Otherwise, just to the top of the knees if there's any pain in the knees. Try to relax your feet on the mat or the floor so that you're putting a little bit more weight into the foam roller. Finish off with one more. And back onto your hands and knees. The foam roller is coming to the side of the mat, and we're going to release the inner thighs. So inner thighs, part of that deep core line. Bring the knee up in line with the hip. Relax the foot on the roller, so you might need to move the roller down slightly, and try and open up that supporting leg to the side, on the opposite side of the mat. So you're opening up into the hips a little bit as well. Get right up to the hip, right up to that hip. Finish off with one more. Let's move over to the other side. So I'm just turning around. You can take the roller to the other side of the mat. Bring the knee up onto the roller. Open up the supporting foot. And let's roll all the way into the hip. Finish off with another two. Keeping the roller on the mat, you're going to bring the knees on either side of the foam roller and bring your hands underneath your shoulders. We're now going to work into a bit of arching and tucking, so breathing in. As you breathe out, I want you to squeeze the foam roller with the feet and the knees. And exhale into that rounded position. A nice deep breath in again. And exhale. Make sure you're squeezing the foam roller with the feet and the knees. As you exhale, I want you to start pushing the hands away, squeezing the foam roller, lifting the knees up off the mats ever so slightly and coming into a more rounded position. Breathing in and breathing out. Now focusing a little bit longer on the exhalation, you're rounding that spine, squeezing and lifting, and a bit of bouncing into that lifted position, still on the exhalation. When you need to breathe in, drop down and inhale. Breathe out, exhale. 2 more, breathing out. For the last one, and exhale. Release the foam roller, push back into your feet, extend into a down dog or pyramid position, bend your knees and bounce your bum back to your chest, or bounce your chest back to your thighs. Let's straighten the knees and bounce the heels from side to side, walking through the heels. 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From there, walking your hands back to your feet, move the foam roller to one side and just hang out and bounce. Move from side to side. Breathing in, you squeezing the glutes and uncurling. And just circle the shoulders up and back. From here, we're going to step back into a lunge position. I'll just angle myself so you can see me. We're going to step the feet. Let's focus on one side first. So I'm taking the left leg back and I'm tucking my tailbone under. I'm reaching my arms up. So I'm getting a nice extension in the front of the leg, in the front of the chest, reaching the arms up. Nice inhalation here, deep. And then as you breathe out, exhale, come into a lifted position and release your foot. We're going to do 5 on each side, so continue with the left side. A nice deep breath in, reach up and back. As you breathe out, tuck and release. Keep going, nice deep breath in, lengthen and exhale. Still exhaling, still exhaling, still exhaling. Nice deep breath in and breathe out. We've got 1 more set to go. Nice deep breath in, reach and extend and breathe out. I'm going to turn to the other side and we'll continue the same movement with my right leg back. Take a nice deep breath in, make sure you've changed sides, a nice inhalation. As you breathe out, tuck. Nice deep breath in. And breathe out. 3 more. Two more. And the last one. And breathe out. Good. From there, we're going to roll down again. So breathing in and breathe out. Hang out and just bounce. Give the back line of the body a nice stretch. Uncurl through the spine. Have a quick drink of water. We're going to move into some squats. I'm going to give you some options as well. Stepping with the feet as wide as the mat, and you can turn your heels slightly in. We're going to breathe into your squat position and breathe out on the way up. And again, nice deep breath in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathe out. We're going to do another set of 7. And 6. 4 more. 3. 2 more. And the last one. From here we can continue with the squat as we've just done. Otherwise I want you to step. Again, we're going to do 5 sets. You're going to step the left foot down onto the knee. So we're going down onto the knee. Release the right. So both knees are on the mat. We're going to step up with the left again. Left foot up and right foot up. Come into a nice extended position and let's add the arms. Lengthen them up and back. Take the left leg again. We're going to step the foot back. Try not to curl the toes under. So this is your option 1. Bring the knees together. And again, we're going to step up and lift right up into a lengthened position. If you need to, I want you to push down onto the ball of the foot and then you can drop the knee down. So it'll give you a little bit more control and then release. So we're going to do another 3 sets. A nice deep breath in and breathe out. On the way down, so we're going to do 2 more sets. We're going to breathe in again and open up. Let's breathe into the left foot up and breathe out. Good, let's do the same thing on the other side. So you've got those 2 options, either curling the toe under, or if you can, step the foot back and keep the foot uncurled. Okay, breathing is nice deep breath in, extend the arms. And let's step back and breathe out. Keep going with the same leg, stepping up, breathing in. And open up, breathe out. For 3, nice deep breath in. And open up. Exhaling. Breathe in. Open up. Step back. And 1 more. This time as you step up, I want you to stay in the squat position. So you're squatting. I'm just going to face you. What we're going to do now is move into ski squats. And you're going to switch from side to side. Breathing in. And breathing out. Should be feeling the lateral side of the legs as well as those quads working, hopefully into the glutes as well, up the lateral side of the legs. Stay there, keep going, breathing in and out. And again, nice deep breath in and breathe out. We're going to keep going, breathing in and breathe out. 4 more. And 3. 2 more. And breathe out. 1 more. And breathe out. Standing up, shake everything out. A quick drink of water. big stretch up, breathing in. Roll down through the spine and hang out there and bounce from side to side. From here, let's come down onto the mat. We're going to lower down to that supine position. Bring the feet as close to the tailbone as you can. And as we did in the beginning when we were lying on the roller, we're going to breathe into our arch and our tuck. As you breathe in, circle the arms up next to the ears. As you breathe out, you're going to circle the arms next to the body. Again, a nice deep breath in. And breathing out. Scoop the belly in, tuck the tailbone under, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to combine the two movements. So we're starting off with the inhalation into arch. Breathe out into your tuck position. Circle the arms. Now we're going to move into the thrust. And breathing out. Continue moving around here into that thrust position as I just adjust the microphone. And breathe in. As you breathe out, tuck. Again, a nice deep breath to thrust. And breathing out, roll down through the spine. Exhale, 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 exhale. And again, nice deep breath in. And breathing out. Keep going with those thrusts. A nice deep breath in. And breathe out. You're doing another 2, nice deep breath in. And breathing out. 1 more, nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Hold it in the lifted position and pulse it up. Keep going, breathing in and out. Let's breathe in. As you breathe out, lower down through the spine and lengthen your legs out. Bring the arms up next to the ears. Have a nice big stretch and yawn. Hug the knees into the chest. We're going to roll around onto our abs. Just to finish off, I want you to bring the elbows underneath your shoulders. Spread your hands out into a nice extended position in the diaphragm and over the front line of the body. A nice deep breath in. I'm going to push up onto the hands. Make sure you're engaging your glutes and breathe out. And again, a nice deep breath in. And breathe out. If this is as far as you want to go, then you hold it here and all you do is focus on your inhalation. Anyone with any pain in the lower back, this is where we keep the movement, and all we do is breathe into the lower back. Movement, breathing creates movement, so we're going to breathe in and out in this position. If you can, we're going to move into the lifted position and breathe out. And again, a nice deep breath in. If you want to, you can add the neck rotation, so looking over the shoulders and exhaling. Make sure when you're down, you're pulling the shoulders back, not letting them right up next to the ears. Let's continue going into that lift. And exhale. Keep going, a nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Finish off with 2 more, nice deep breath in. And breathe out. And the last one. And breathe out. Lower down, bring the forehead onto the hands. Hands are one on top of the other. And we're going to wiggle the hips from side to side. Again, bring the hands next to the chest. Let's tuck the chin, round the spine, come back into a child's pose. Rest your forehead on the mat if you can, otherwise onto the hands. And breathe into your child's pose. Come back up onto hands and knees, curl the toes under, push up into your pyramid. Now keep the knees bent as we did earlier and opening up into the pelvis. Bounce your chest back to your thighs. Let's now straighten the knees and walk through the feet, bouncing the heels down. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Step the feet wider than the mat and pull your tailbone back. Walk your hands forward and just bounce your chest and your tailbone back and forth. Let's bring the hands to either side of the ankles and just bounce yourself down. Let's bring the hands onto the mat, walk the feet in, and again just relax and bounce from side to side. When you're ready, you're going to come up on an inhalation, roll up through the spine and circle those shoulders up and back. Shake everything out. And one last deep breath in. Really open yourself up. And stand. Feel nice and open. You've extended, you've opened up the diaphragm, your shoulders are nice and relaxed, your pectorals are nice and stretched. So you've got a nice open posture, plenty of space to breathe into as we move forward into 2022. Thank you for joining me. Well done.